Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. I want to tell you about Anchor. I've been with Anchor since I started podcasting, and it's a great, great platform. Why is it so great? Because it's so easy and it's free. There's a lot of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. You could do it right from your phone or your computer. Not only that, now you can add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are just endless, you guys. Whatever you want to do, you want to have your own radio show, you want to do music analysis, you could do whatever creative thing you want to do with Anchor. Also, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. So it's going to be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can also make money from your podcasts with no minimal listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Are you having a problem in your dating or relationship life and you need a question answered? Well, go to my website. The link is in the podcast description, and you'll see how you can ask Yaz a question and get it answered confidentially. So go to the podcast description and look for the link where it talks about how Yaz will answer your question. Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. Tonight, I'm going to podcast on how to attract women, or what a lot of women are attracted to as opposed to what they're not attracted to, okay? Because there's a lot of guys out there, I don't even realize it because of the type of guys that I used to deal with, tons and tons of players, that there's a lot of guys that just don't know how to approach women or how to deal with women, okay? So this one's for you guys, all right? And I'm going to tell you honestly, when you start, and let's say you see a woman that you're interested in, everything like that, the first thing that my advice to you is this. When you meet somebody, the first thing they're going to do is look at you, okay? They're going to look at you and they're going to decide to themselves, okay, what category am I going to put this person in that is hitting me up? Either hitting me up online or if somebody approaches you on the street, right? If somebody is attracted to you, they're going to smile at you and show you that, in most cases, they're interested. All right. If somebody just turns their back to you or walks away from you or is short with you or abrupt with you, that's because they're not interested. And that's okay. You don't need that person. You keep it moving. All right. But the thing is this, if you want to attract a certain type of woman, a lot of guys, they're looking for very, very attractive women. If you're looking to attract a good looking woman, you got to take care of yourself, okay? You've got to be good looking yourself. You don't have to be a 10, okay? You don't have to be a 10, but you got to take care of yourself. You can't look like a slob. You can't, not take care of your body and then go after somebody who's an Instagram model or a fitness model or a bikini model. All right. Unless you have hundreds of dollars of bills coming out of your ass. All right. I'm just going to tell you like it is. So the thing is this, you guys, you don't have to be the best looking guy in the world to attract an attractive woman. In a lot of cases, there's attractive women with guys that are not that great looking. And it's not even so much they're with them even for money. But those guys have swag, okay? Swag. And what that means exactly is these are the type of guys that know how to carry themselves. They're not sitting there sweating about when they meet a girl, what they're going to say, what they're not going to say. They're going to, shoot their shit and that's it. And if you don't like them, they got no problem with it because they're going to move on to the next, okay? So the point I'm trying to make with all of this is that when you're dealing with somebody, all right, number one, it's like I tell the women, you got to take care of yourself first and make sure that you're looking good, all right? You're doing everything that you can to look good. That's why you see a lot of these guys in the gym, they're working out, they're working on their bodies. Why are they doing this? To attract women most of the time. You know, people do it to be healthy, but it's also because they want to look good. Because when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you have your self-confidence. Okay? So when I sit there and I tell you guys, you know what? When you approach a woman, like you approach an Instagram, a pretty girl online, or you approach a girl, you know, anywhere, the thing is this. Don't approach a girl and sit there and say to her, hey, beautiful, hey, gorgeous. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I think you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, all right? You know how many guys I have in my inbox on my Instagram that come out with that line? I don't even open it up. I don't even open up because it's the same shit, all right? Because I'm saying to myself, these guys are hitting me up because, you know what, they find me sexy and, you know, they're looking to either talk to me, you know, for whatever reasons. Maybe they think I'm going to send them sexy pictures. Maybe they think they're going to, you know, fly to New York and see me. I've had that. I've had professional athletes hit me up and say, oh, I'll fly to New York and this and that. And I know what it's all about, okay? It's all about the booty call thing, okay? So what I'm telling you is when you start out with somebody, what you need to do is you need to show her that you're interested in her more than just for her looks. How rare is that, you guys? How rare is that, all right? Because women will look for the smart women or the women that, you know the game and been around and know what it is or have a lot of options. They're going to look and be impressed by somebody that approaches them in a different way. Somebody that makes a comment about maybe something they're promoting, that maybe asks them about whatever brand or whatever they're promoting on, their social media. Because a lot of pretty girls, when they're on social media, they're not on there, you guys, to meet men. They're on there for their hustle, okay? A lot of these women already have guys that they date. And a lot of them don't even tell those guys about, how many male followers they have or anything like that. Like if I meet somebody, I don't tell them what my Instagram is, okay? Because if I tell them what my Instagram is, right away they're going to say to me, what's your Instagram, beautiful, okay? And then if I give them my Instagram and they go on there, they're going to see that I have a lot of male followers on there, okay? And why do they follow me? Because of my hustle. So the people that I date, I don't put on my Instagram, okay? Because why do I not do that? Because I want them to know who I am as a person and get to know me, okay? I want to see if they're interested in me rather than just how sexy somebody is, okay? And this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you're trying to approach a woman that you think is attractive or, you're trying to, impress her or whatever, you want her to be interested in you, rather, you want to show her that you notice something else about her other than just how sexy or how beautiful she is. Because she's going to hear that all over the place and you're just going to be another number. And she's going to assume, if she's been hit on by a lot of guys, that, here's another one that's just looking to, come at me, because, he's looking for something sexual or whatever. Okay? So this is why I tell you, you got to show somebody that you're a little bit of a deeper person than just the stupid on the surface. Hey, I really think you're beautiful. Hey, I really think you're gorgeous. Okay? And what's also very good when you approach somebody, and especially if it's online and you know that person's name, it's always good to mention their name in the text, okay? Like they could say something to the effect like, hey, Yaz, what's going on? I saw that you you work on this type of brand and everything like that. How'd you get into that or something like that? I find you very interesting or something to that effect. That shows me that somebody has, an interest in something that I'm interested in as well. Okay. It's not just the random hit you up inbox. All right. You're taking an interest to know what that person is about. Now, here's my other thing. Okay. Once you start talking to that person, one of the most important things, you guys, is you got to be consistent. All right. You've got to be consistent with a girl that you're interested in, unless you're just trying to be a player. And if you're just trying to be a player, okay, then, that's a whole nother podcast that I'm going to do, about players and how players roll and everything like that. But if you're interested in meeting a girl and you're interested in getting to know her, you have an interest in somebody, you've got to be consistent with that girl, which means that, you got to contact her every day. Don't hit her up with the, hey, beautiful, hey, gorgeous, good morning, beautiful, this and that. You've got to show an interest. You've got to take initiative. All right? Because there's a lot, women love that. They love that shit, okay? They love a guy that asks them questions about them, okay? Because 90% of these guys out here don't care. They don't care. They'll look at a woman and they just look at her on the surface. Is she pretty? Is she sexy? Is she hot? And then they'll talk about other dumb things, that have nothing to do with her or anything like that. They'll talk about themselves for like an hour and a half. That's another thing. You can't be a selfish person and talk to somebody and sit there and be on the phone and talk about yourself the whole time. Because then she's going to look at you like you are a selfish person when you don't even ask her anything about her. So, you got to make an effort. You got to make an effort to show that you want to know who she is as a person. Now, here's the other thing that I need to bring up, okay? When you're dealing with a nice girl, she's going to be nice back, okay? And when she's nice back, you follow up and you say something like, well, you know what? I'm going to, can I give you a call tomorrow and we can continue this conversation or something like that? That shows that you are showing her you're interested in her. And if the girl likes you, that is a turn on to her. But now here's the other side of things. If she is not making much conversation, if she is cold, if she's a flake, all right, if you try with this girl and you feel like, she could take it or leave it, or she doesn't like return your texts or your calls for a couple of hours or a couple of, a day or two, don't waste your time with her because she's not that into you. Or she could be seeing somebody else, or she could be seeing a bunch of other people. Okay, it's like the same thing I tell the women, only opposite, because it really is the same thing. All right, we're dealing with human beings. So if you find that, she's not really showing you interest back or something like that, don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time. The other thing that I want to bring up is this, okay? When you start talking to a woman, you should ask to be on her social media, like her Facebook or something like that, because you want to make sure that she is not in a relationship. You want to make sure that she's not, all over the place talking to other guys, because it's the same thing I tell the women. I tell them all the time, you've got to, get on their social media and see, who else is around, what they're up to, are they dating somebody else? They could be married. There's a million and one things. And like I said, if they don't add you to their social media, like we had a guy ask this question. He was dealing with a girl who would not add him to the social media. And, turns out she was interested in another guy and she had something going on with her ex. So that's why she didn't want to add him to the social media. If she's not adding you, let's say, to the Facebook or something like that, okay, that it could be a huge red flag that she doesn't want you on there because she's hiding something. So you got to be aware of that. Now, the other thing is, if she's not adding you, let's say to Instagram or one of them or something like that, that doesn't necessarily mean she's seeing a bunch of guys. It could mean that she's got a hustle going on. She might have an OnlyFans. She might have something else, and she wants to get to know you before she adds you to that. Okay? So don't sweat that. Now, the other thing I want to bring up, let's just say with the social media, that she adds you to the social media. The other thing that I want to bring up is this. Once you're on somebody's Facebook page, okay, somebody's Facebook page a lot of times can tell you a lot about somebody. When you go back, you should be looking at their post, seeing what they're posting, seeing if they're posting tons of pictures of themselves. Are they an attention whore, which means that they always need people praising them, and they're always posting sexy pictures on their, let's say their Facebook or something like that, and they're doing it and it's not for a hustle, okay? If they're doing it for a hustle, that's totally different. But if they're just doing it just so that, a lot of people can like their picture, or they could get the attention, like, oh, wow, you're beautiful. Oh, you're gorgeous. You're this or that. You need to be aware of that, okay? You need to be aware of if this person needs a lot of attention and needs a lot of validation, okay? This could be a chick that's never satisfied, or she's got high in the pie expectations of what she wants, okay? Not that she's going to get it, okay? But she may be hoping for something like that, and you could be in a situation where you're going after somebody like that, and she could be one of these people that always thinks the grass is greener on the other side. That's why I tell you, you got to take a good look at their Facebook and see, if you could see their friends list, who they got on their friends list, their pictures. Are they posting a lot of pictures of kids, even family? There's Facebook pages and there's Facebook pages, okay? How do I know? I'm in over 400 groups on Facebook. I used to admin in all these groups. That's where a lot of my followers, these guys are all from the Facebook groups. That's how they know me, you guys. So that's why I'm telling you, you could pretty much tell from their Facebook page, what you're dealing with there. There's very calm and subdue Facebook pages, and there's very, very funny Facebook pages, and there's very sexual Facebook pages, all right? So that's the way you're going to evaluate what this person is into, because they're going to post a lot of times what they're interested in or what they've been doing. They're going to put sayings or memes now and then, and you read that stuff and it gives you insight into who this person is. Is this somebody that, you could be with, or is this person half a nut? Okay. So you want to look at this stuff. It amazes me, like when I watch this show Catfish, and these people, they waste years talking to somebody. They're not on their social media. They've never talked on the phone. They haven't done a video chat or anything like that. Okay. And they find out after talking to them a couple of years that the person is married, or the person's in a relationship, or the person is the other sex, okay, or whatever it could be. All right. So, don't be naive and stop believing what everybody tells you, and look for yourself. This is what I'm trying to tell you, because not all that glitters is gold. Sometimes people look really good. I tell this to the women all the time. Sometimes somebody looks really good, and when you look deeper into who they are, you find out that they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? So that's why you got to really see what you're dealing with. Okay, so now we're talking about attraction here. Now you're talking to this person that you're interested in and everything like that. You've gotten past the initial beginning conversations and everything like that. Now you got to take it to the next step, okay? Now you got to make the effort to want to see this person. And if this person lives within, let's say, an hour or two of you, you've got to make an effort and tell this person, I'd really like to get together. That's after you've had a few conversations with this person and you realize that this person is on the level, okay? And that you're not dealing with a shady bitch, all right? Now, the other reason I'm telling you that is for another reason. I did this on my podcast, The Dangers of Online Dating, where, guys go and they meet these women who, talk sexual to them on the phone. They do these sexual video chats and everything like that. And the guy goes to meet the girl and he's thinking, we're going to get busy tonight. And he gets there and it's a setup, because this happened to my friend. He went to go meet somebody in New York City. All right. He thought he was going to meet this hot young girl. He ended up showing up there, and there was another guy there, and they robbed him, okay? They robbed him. And I was like, well, you should have known better, okay, sucker, all right? So this is why I'm telling you, you got to talk to this person a couple times before you actually go meet them. This also goes into the whole scamming thing. If this person is sounding too good to be true, in other words, if they're really, really talking to you very, very sexually and everything like that, and it's almost too easy, okay? Too easy, like you feel like you're dealing with an escort or something like that, you've got to be careful. You have got to be careful, because this is how they scam you guys, all right? They could meet you, they could rob you, all right? Or you could be dealing with a chick that's got a boyfriend, and, you could go meet this girl and get clocked on the head. That could happen too. So you got to be careful and make sure that this person is actually single as well, because you don't want somebody who's playing you, because she could be having problems with her boyfriend. Maybe he's cheating on her or something like that. And now she's talking to you, and she's going to use you to get back at her boyfriend. This is why I'm telling you. That's why you want to get on the phone with these people. And especially at night, if you think that, you want to make sure that they're alone and stuff like that. So make sure that they get on the phone. If they're giving you excuses not to get on the phone, that is a huge red flag that they got somebody, all right? And, like I said, you got to be careful with that, because if they're dealing with somebody and they're doing something behind that guy's back and you go to meet her, that guy could be, trailing her and see you and not realize, and you could be an innocent guy caught in the middle. So be careful with that. Now, when you make the date to go meet this girl, all right, you've got to find out what she's into, all right? What does she like to do? What kind of food does she like? You don't have to go and take her to a 5-star restaurant, okay? You could go get a couple of appetizers. You could go get a drink somewhere, whatever. You find out what she's into, and then you make the plans. You plan the date, all right? Women hate to be left in the dark. Women hate to... They hate it when they don't know whether they're going to see you that weekend, whether they're not going to see you, what they're going to be doing with you. That is such a turnoff to a lot of women, okay? Women like to know that, you plan the date, you ask them in advance about, going out, and if they like you, they're going to be all in. They're going to be all in, okay? If somebody says to you, oh, well, I got to let you know, I might be working this weekend. I got to let you know, all right? You tell them, okay, well, let me know by Thursday. And if they don't get back to you, or they keep canceling over the weekend, then she's got somebody, all right? 9 times out of 10, she's got somebody. That's why you got to see what kind of line of work she's in, all right? So be careful of that one as well. So the way you're going to know whether somebody is already, seeing somebody is she will not be available on the weekends, okay? Because that's where she's with her old man, all right? And she will try to see you during the week or something along those lines, or off hours, or anything like that. So if you're trying to make plans with somebody that you've been talking to, and she's not giving you that Saturday night or something like that, that you got to be careful. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's got a boyfriend. She could just be dating somebody. She could be in a situation with somebody. And then the other thing I want to bring up is this. You don't want to be used just to you take somebody out to dinner, because I know women that do this, you guys. They use guys to take them out to dinner. And then what they have is they have situationships or friends with benefits, which are, these guys that they just screw around with. And why do they screw around with these guys? They screw around with these guys because these are the type of guys that don't want relationships. Okay? They don't want relationships, but maybe they're attracted to them, and, they're being stupid and they're wasting their time and they're sleeping with these guys. But meanwhile, they're dating you because they want to be taken out. Okay? So don't be used by anybody. You take them out. That's why you make sure that they see you on those, the hot nights, the Friday nights, the Saturday nights, and stuff like that. Okay? They don't ghost on you. Anybody that ghosts on you, you delete them. You delete them, because then that person is not into you. They are a waste of your time. All right? They're jerking you around, and bye-bye. Okay? So that's really how you guys have to roll. Okay? But here's the thing, and I think this is really important, and especially in the beginning. In the beginning, I feel like a guy needs to take the lead, all right? You've got to come out of your comfort zone and you have to take the lead. What that means is you approach a woman, whether online or, in person, however it is that you want to meet this person. And then, you start a conversation. You get into nice conversations, deep conversations. You show that person that you're interested in them for more than just their looks, okay? You talk to them a few times on the phone. You go and you meet that person. You see how it goes with them. If they're receptive to you and everything like that. If they're smiling during the date. If they're laughing. If they're making an effort to make conversation. That's another thing too. If you go out on a date with somebody and they're just sitting there like a lump on a log, all right? We've all been through that. And they just they barely make conversation or something like that. They either have no personality, or they're not that into you, or, they could be thinking about somebody else, or whatever the situation is. The person's got to make an effort too. They've got, it's like a ping pong conversation with somebody. When you start talking, they got to make conversation back, not just, okay, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, okay. No, they've got to, they got to take an interest in you as well. So you want to see, is this person taking an interest in me? Okay? You want to make sure, because if you're interested in this girl, you should care if she takes an it'll show you how much she likes you by, trying to do whatever you want to do, as far as whatever you want to do on a date or something like that. She'll be more flexible if she really likes you. She'll be like, that's fine. I don't usually like seafood, but if you like to do that, that's fine with me. That shows you that you're dealing with somebody who's willing to bend, okay? That, can make sacrifices, and it doesn't always have to be her way. So you got to look for certain qualities in somebody like that they're not a completely selfish person. Now, this is really important, you guys. When you're looking to attract an attractive woman, okay? One of the most important things is you have to know what type of guy she's into, okay? Because different women are into different kinds of looks and everything like that. Like some women like biker guys, some women, like guys that are, the player type. Some women like older guys. Some women like younger guys. So you have to have an idea of what she's dated in the past. So it's always good to ask her, about her prior relationships. What were they like? What was the person like? This and that. This way you get an idea of what she used to go after and how her luck was with that. Not that you need to change yourself to become something that she likes, okay? But it gives you an idea if you're compatible with that person. You have to have a compatibility component. That's another thing too. You can't go for somebody who's into a totally different type of guy and try to be that guy. All right? Because if somebody has in their mind what they're attracted to, you could be a good-looking guy, maybe you're not her type. And, even though you're nice and everything, she may like you. She may consider you a friend. That's when a lot of people put you in the friend zone because they don't feel that chemistry with you because you're not exactly what they're looking for. So you have to see, is this girl just looking to meet a nice guy? Or what's her expectations? What is she looking for? Is she looking for a guy with a six pack and all, jacked up with muscles? Is she into tattoos? Is she into nerds? You gotta, that's why you gotta ask a lot of questions. You ask, what type of guys do you usually go for? What happened in your prior relationships? How long were you with these people? Why did you break up? You get into all that. And the more you get into that, that's why conversation is key. Then you know who you got there. And then you could decide whether you want to date this person or what. Okay? And remember, just because somebody is a good-looking, attractive, hot girl doesn't mean that person is going to make you happy. They might make you happy in the bedroom if you get to that point. But, if they're a miserable person and they have no personality and they don't know how to laugh, or they're very self-absorbed and into themselves, that a person like that, I don't care how good looking they are, they could be miserable to be around. So, you got to look for a balance in somebody. Of course, you got to have that attraction, but you want to be with somebody, who you enjoy their company with, that, they're worth more than just a romp on the bed, that you could sit down and watch a movie and enjoy a movie with them or something like that. Okay. So these are my tips on attracting women. If you like the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and share, and have a great day. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz. I want to tell you about my 2 books that are on Amazon, okay? You can download them free with the trial membership from Kindle. The first book is Regain Your Power. If you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner has all the control in the relationship, maybe you're walking around on eggshells, you're afraid to approach them, it's going to tell you how to regain your power and be happy in the relationship, okay? And what you may be doing wrong, and that's why your partner has all the control in the relationship. The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time. There's a lot of people that are dating someone or in a relationship with somebody who's not really vested in the relationship. And we often are confused as to whether our partner really likes us or is into us or wants a future with us. And this book is going to give you signs and red flags of whether your partner is into you or he's just basically drifting and wasting your time. So go to Amazon and download the Kindle free trial membership. Doesn't cost you anything. And check it out. It may help you. Okay? And have a great day.